on tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff. Cessna departing ahead is right downwind departure.
Welcome to another SimPilot 57 video. Today I'll be flying November 6229 Papa, the A2A Comanche 250 from KPVD in Warwick, Rhode Island to KMHT in Manchester, New Hampshire. Due to current weather conditions, we'll be departing IFR, but expecting improving conditions along the route. So let's take a look at our flight plan, do a pre-flight inspection, and we'll get started. We'll be flying to KMHT, the Manchester, New Hampshire airport. We'll be departing the Providence Airport, KPVD, tracking to the Putnam VOR, then to the Gardner VOR, and direct to Manchester. This route keeps us west of the busy Boston Class B airspace. Improving weather conditions are expected along the route, so we may get a visual approach into Manchester. Here we are in the cockpit. We've completed a pre-flight inspection, so we'll raise the flaps. We'll check our fuel selector switches to make sure they're on both, and we'll turn on the master switch to get some power to the airplane. We'll push in the mixture control and turn on the fuel pump. That'll get us some fuel pressure, which we can see on the gauge here. And we'll turn off the fuel pump and prime a couple of times to get some fuel into the cylinders. Okay, then we'll turn on some lights and we'll start the engine. Okay, there we go. So we'll let it warm up a little bit. We'll get our headsets on and we'll be ready to go. We'll lean out a little bit for operations on the ground. Make sure our gear switch is down. And we'll power up the radios and listen to the ATIS.
Providence Airport information, Victor 1301 Zulu, wind, calm, visibility 5, sky conditions, view cloud 1000, ceiling 12000, broken, temperature 1, dew point 1, altimeter 2, 905, ILS, runway 5, use, landing and departing, runway 5. VFR aircraft say direction of flight, all aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Victor. Providence Airport information, Whiskey 1.
We need to make sure that our compass headings agree, so we'll check our magnetic compass. And then we'll sync that to the heading on the HSI.
Southwest 678 over to Fort Lauderdale, we have India.
Southwest 678 is cleared to Fort Lauderdale via the Tampa 3 departure, then as filed. Departure frequency will be 119.65 and squawk 4654.
We'll adjust our trim into a neutral position.
79 Charlotte, clear to the Miami airport as filed. After departure, flighting 250, maintain 1,500. Expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure.
Looks like the autopilot switch is on. We'll turn that off and we'll call for clearance.
Providence clearance delivery. Viper November 622 Niner Papa, ready to copy IFR clearance to Manchester. Viper November 622 Niner Papa is cleared to Manchester Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is 135.4, squawk 2522. Viper November 622 Niner Papa, cleared to Manchester Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000.
And we'll call ground.
Providence ground, Piper, November 6229er Papa, with whiskey, ready to taxi IFR. Piper, November 6229er Papa, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 5, using taxiway Alpha, Victor, Tango, Echo, Sierra. Contact tower on 120.7 when ready. Taxi 2 and hold short runway 5, via taxiway Alpha, Victor, Tango, Echo, Sierra. Piper, 29er Papa.
We'll release the parking brake and we'll taxi out to runway 5.
Air 2 Golf Alpha, make a right turn on runway 13. 13 Golf Alpha.
Taxi runway 25.
We'd like to taxi to the west ramp.
Sorry, taxi west ramp.
Thank you.
That's a 994. You see the Archer ahead of you?
Sound within 994.
Follow him.
Mon 3383 is clear, Brazilian height.
33, Roger, hold short. Traffic, please, taxi to the right.
33.
There's a run-up area over here on the right, so we'll stop and turn into the wind and do a run-up.
Ground 77 Romeo Charlie over at signature, ready for taxi. And we have information India.
Citation 77 Romeo Charlie ground, taxi 2 runway 18 right.
18 right today, 7 Romeo Charlie.
We'll put our mix to the ridge and we'll run it up to about 2,000 RPMs. And we'll switch the magnetos to check for foul plugs. So there we go, about 2,000 RPMs.
Ground to 2140 cleared, going to Charlie 37.
2140 ground, taxi all the way to ramp.
We'll switch the magnetos, right, both, left. A little bit of fouling there, so we'll lean it out. Run the RPM up. Try to clear the plug.
Shuttle 5422 taxi.
Shuttle 5422, via Juliet, taxi runway 18 left.
Juliet 18 left, 5422.
Okay, back to 2,000 RPMs. We'll check the magnetos again. What we're looking for is an abnormal drop in RPM or roughness when we switch. So right both, left, it sounds good now, back to both. And we'll cycle the prop a few times to get some warm oil moving through there.
TWA hold short 27, traffic short final.
Hold short 27 today, 253.
Looks like we're good to go, so we'll continue our taxi out to runway 5.
Bonanza 9 Bravo Delta, parking right there?
Yes.
Bonanza 9 Bravo Delta, right. Turn left at the taxiway hotel, or golf if it's convenient. Ground point 7 when you're clear.
We'll see you soon.
It looks like there's some incoming traffic landing on runway 5.
Ground Piedmont 40, 3410, we're clear, 36 left to the ramp, please.
About 3410, make a left turn and then a right turn to join the ramp area to the ramp.
We'll go in Alpha 2 at 3410.
We'll taxi up to the whole short line and contact the tower. And there's the landing traffic. I'll call the tower and tell them we're ready.
Providence Tower, Piper, November 622, Niner Papa, ready for IFR departure, runway 5, beach, Niner 13, exit runway when able. Piper, November 622, Niner Papa, hold short, runway 5. Hold short, runway 5. Piper 2, Niner Papa, beach, Niner 13, contact ground on 121.9er. Piper, November 622, Niner Papa, cleared for takeoff, runway 5. Clear for takeoff, runway 5. Piper, November 622, Niner Papa.
Okay, we're cleared to go.
121.9er for beach, Niner 13.
Tower, this is Cherokee 43000 Sierra, ready for takeoff, closed pattern.
00 Tower, make right close traffic, clear for takeoff.
Sierra is cleared for takeoff.
Full throttle. We'll be looking for about 60 or 65 knots to rotate.
Aztec Victor, Hotel Lima, runway 25, cleared to land.
Hotel Lima, thanks.
Okay, the airspeed looks good, so gently back on the yoke. And we're airborne. We'll try to maintain the runway center line. Watch our airspeed, which we can control with pitch. Once we have a positive climb, we can raise the gear.
Vanity 115 Tower, runway 18, left clear to land 1270 at Niner.
18 left, clear to land, Vanity 115.
And we're gonna set the RPM and manifold pressure for climb.
Piper 2, Niner Papa, contact Providence departure on 135.4. 135.4 for Piper 2, Niner Papa. Providence departure, Piper, November 622, Niner Papa is at 1,000, climbing 5,000. Piper, November 622, Niner Papa, Providence departure, roger, altimeter 2, Niner 5. Piper 2, Niner Papa, turn left, heading 320, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 5,000. Turn left, heading 320, proceed on course, climb and maintain 5,000. Piper 2, Niner Papa.
We've tuned the Putnam VOR frequency at 117.4 into the nav radio, so we'll continue our climb to 5,000 and track to the Putnam VOR.
Go to 400 is with you at a 2.5, climb to 5.
Go to 400, March rear contact, turn left heading 0901, maintain 14,000.
Go to 400, couple left 090 and climb it to 14,000.
Do not exceed 179, still advised.
Up to 8,000, full, keep it below 170 knots, climb to 25.
2480, turn left heading 360. 360, Delta 2480.
We're just about 1.5 miles now from the Putnam VOR. Once we pass the Putnam VOR, we may be a little too far to pick up the Gardner VOR, so we'll turn to a heading of about 30 degrees and track outbound on the 30-degree radial from Putnam until we pick up the signal from the Gardner VOR.
Citation 4 Victor Foxtrot, send maintain 3000.
I've switched to the Gardner VOR frequency of 114.4, and I don't see a signal yet, so we'll make that turn to 30 degrees and switch back to the 117.4 VOR frequency for Putnam.
4429er, contact approach 119.8. Have a good day. Good day, sir.
We'll dial in our heading on the HSI and switch the frequency back to 117.4.
Oh, the 1901, turn right in 280.
280.
There we go, and we'll track that until we pick up the signal from the Gardner VOR.
Viper 29er Papa, contact Bradley approach on 119.0. 119.0. Viper 29er Papa. Bradley approach. Viper November 6229er Papa, with you 5000. Viper November 6229er Papa, Bradley approach. Roger. Altimeter 29er 2.
Niner 43 Victor, departure, radar contact, turn left heading 090, enable fly, direct. Climb and maintain 5000.
We'll take another look for the Gardner VOR signal. No, and don't see it yet. So back to 117.4. And we'll just continue to track outbound on our heading for now.
Park Fancy 4, really heading at 2,000 feet.
Same 24, got 4 departure, radar contact, turn right in 290.
Right, turn 290, Fancy 4.
Roger, tee up airport in sight.
That's affirmative.
Five 429er, contact approach now 119.1.
Roger, welcome.
Left 360, Piper 3000,
Contact 99 heavy climb, maintain 10,000.
Okay, continue climb to 10,000, contact 99 heavy.
Viper 29er Papa, you report 7 miles south, turn left heading 030, expect vector as visual, runway 35, approach. Turn left heading 030, expect vectors visual, runway 35, approach. Viper 29er Papa.
Well, as I expected, the weather's improved, so they've given us a visual approach into runway 35 in Manchester. So now we'll just follow the ATC vectors.
661 radar contact 2 miles south of the Duke Airport.
Viper 29er Papa. Contact Boston approach on 124.9er. 124.9er for Viper 29er Papa.
Good 82, turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 2,000.
Boston approach. Viper November 6229er Papa with you.
Piper November 6229er, Papa Boston approach.
approach. Roger. Altimeter 2992. Piper 29er Papa. Descend and maintain 2,200.
Descend and maintain 2,200. Piper 29er Papa.
We're cleared to descend to 2,200, so we'll begin a descent.
75 Zulu is ready to go, 25.
25.
ETA 552 heavy crossway transfer from the heavy jet landing on 4 right, clear for takeoff 8 right. 552.
November 228, contact departure.
Contact departure 228.
Piper 29er Papa. Turn right heading 080.
Turn right heading 080. Piper 29er Papa.
Commander to 740, contact departure.
Hey, 740, good day.
Good day.
Roger. And Mooney 01 Victor, if you would, ident one more time, please.
Mooney 01 Victor, ident.
We're continuing our descent and keeping an eye on our altitude. We're looking for 2,200.
9115, turn left and contact ground 180.
9115.
Okay, we've reached our altitude of 2,200 feet, and I'm just awaiting further ATC instructions.
Piper 29er Papa. Turn left heading 020.
Turn left heading 020. Piper 29er Papa.
We'll turn to a heading of 020 and maintain our 2,200 feet.
Tower, Comanche Delta 340, Delta Alpha, straight in for 18 left.
Delta 340 Delta Alpha Tower, runway 18 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, Delta. Tower, good afternoon, Delta 7457 is coming on the left face for runway 18 left.
Airplane 7457, runway 18 left, clear to land, the wind 090 at 8, gusting 14.
Okay, clear to land 18 left, Delta 7457.
Piper 29er Papa. Airport is 11 miles at your 10 o'clock. Turn left heading 350. Report runway in sight.
Turn left and heading 350. Piper 29er Papa.
Okay, left to 350 and we'll start looking for the runway.
Flight 7122 Tower, Roger. Runway 18 left, taxi position hold. On the hold, 18 left. 434, runway 18 left, taxi position hold. Runway left, 5434.
And the runway is in sight. I can see the runway lights just off the nose. So we'll call ATC.
Piper 29er Papa, I have the runway in sight.
Piper 29er Papa. Contact Manchester Tower on 121.3.
Tower on 121.3. Piper 29er Papa. Manchester Tower, Piper November 6229er Papa is 5 miles south. Inbound visual, runway 35, approach.
Piper November 6229er Papa. Manchester Tower, fly straight in, runway 35. Altimeter 2990. Piper 29er Papa. Cleared to land, runway 35.
Cleared to land, runway 35. Piper 29er Papa.
We've got our gear down, flaps down. We're looking for about 100 knots approach speed. Another notch of flaps.
Runway 18 Left, right, center lines there, and also coming traffic, PDH, still working in the quadrant just to the northeast.
Speed looks good. Rate of descent looks good. About 500 feet per minute. We'll slow up to about 90 knots.
Piedmont 3034, heading 180, contact departure, good day.
30, 34, good night.
And we'll bring her in for a nice smooth landing.
American 1057, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 right, American 1057.
That's 1051, contact departure, have a good one.
Departure, that was 1051 on you too, sir. And which runway for Canada 905, do you know?
Air Canada 905 Heavy, you'll be assigned runway 18 right unless you have a special request.
Okay, it's fine with us, sir.
Thank you. Cruiser 56, 18 right, taxi position, hold, bonanza passing left to right over your runway, have you out in a moment.
Okay, position on 18 right, Cruiser 56.
We'll throttle back and hold it off for a nice smooth touchdown.
Clear 711 Mike Alpha, left turn there, cross runway 18 left. Okay, cross 18 left for 711 Mike Alpha.
Okay, we're down. Welcome to Manchester, New Hampshire.
Piper 2, 9 Papa, turn next taxiway.
Air Canada 905 Heavy, roger, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff, traffic at dash 8, 5 mile final.
Okay, clear takeoff, 18 right, Air Canada 905 Heavy.
Piper 2, 9 Papa, contact ground on 121.9. Going at 121.9, Piper 2, 9 Papa. Manchester ground, Piper November 622, 9 Papa, taxi to parking. Piper November 622, 9 Papa, taxi to general aviation parking, using taxiway Echo. Taxi to general aviation parking, using taxiway Echo. Piper 2, 9 Papa.
Okay, we'll taxi to parking, and I hope you enjoyed the flight. I'll be back with some more flights in the New England area soon.
Northwest 883, hold shorter, taxiway Whiskey. You'll be following a Continental MD-80, taxing southbound on Whiskey. Taxi to the ramp. Ramp south of the 0 Juliet, cross 18 left, taxi to 18 right. Cross 18 left, taxi 18 right, 0 Georgia.